Okay, so you would like to know how to get to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You'd like to remove some of that down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, here's an interesting thing. 94% of Americans are convinced that when they die, they're going to heaven. 94%. Jesus got the question when he was doing his ministry, Lord, are only a few going to be saved? His reply may shock you. Here's what he said. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but only a few are going to make it. I bet you'd like to go to heaven, wouldn't you?
I would.
94% of Americans really want to go to heaven.
Yeah.
But here's the shocker. Only a few are going to make it.
Huh.
Here's why. This DVD right here, let's let this DVD represent your life. You were alive back when Ralph Edwards did his This Is Your Life program.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, this is your life. Only a little bit differently. On this DVD is everything you said that you shouldn't have said. Whoops. Everything you've done that you shouldn't have done. And even worse, everything you've thought that you shouldn't have thought. Now, 10 o'clock news tonight, they're going to pop this DVD in. Are you pretty excited about that?
No.
You don't want to gather around your friends and family and say, hey, I'm on TV tonight?
No.
Now, what do you hope happens with this DVD?
I hope that it's thrown away, ruined, destroyed.
Okay. Well, actually, there's a way to do it, but here's the point. God is omniscient. He knows you. So if you die someday and you present him your DVD, you think he's going to be impressed?
No.
Yeah, well, let me tell you how bad it's going to be. Jesus tells a story. There's 7 billion people. We all are going to die. But one thing we don't know is exactly what happens when you die. If I were to ask you, what do you think exactly happens when you die?
You know, you just cease to exist.
You know that?
No.
You're guessing?
Yeah.
Because you've heard somebody else say it?
Yeah, I guess so.
But the person who said it, do you think they know?
No, I don't think so.
So they don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think you could ever find anybody who knows exactly what happens when you die? And there would be a good reason for that, right?
Yeah, nobody's ever come back from the dead.
Yeah, we don't know. So you can ask 10 different people, which I've done. I've asked hundreds of people. I get a lot of different answers. But one thing that's common about all of them, I know that they don't know. And after I talk to them for a while, they recognize that they don't know. So we don't know. So we're not going to find anybody who knows the answer to that question. But that doesn't mean we can't find the answer. We'll never find a human being who can answer that question. That would be your Baptist preacher, your Methodist minister, your Jewish rabbi, your Muslim imam, your Buddhist monk, the atheist, the agnostic. Nobody knows. So we're wasting our breath trying to talk to them. But I just said that doesn't mean that we can't get an answer. Sounds strange, doesn't it? Well, let me illustrate with an example. 1969, something marvelous happened on the moon. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, Neil Armstrong landed on the moon.
A guy named Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. So if you were to ask me, Charlie, what's it like to walk on the moon? And I told you, hey, I've been there. Would you believe me?
No.
No, because my name's not Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
You don't know either, do you?
No.
But does that mean we can't find out? Could we maybe interview Neil Armstrong? Wouldn't he maybe know?
Yeah.
Or what if he wrote a book? We could at least read his book, right? So there's a sense in which I could have secondhand information about what it's like to walk on the moon, but I can't pretend that I know. Well, here's the interesting thing. You'll never find a human being that knows exactly what happens when you die, but there was a guy, his name was Jesus, who did actually die, who did come back from the dead. In fact, he said that God, his Father, sent him to us to explain who God was and what it's like. And here's what he says is going to happen when we die. This will happen to you, it's going to happen to me, it's going to happen to all 7 billion of us. When we die, we're not going to stand before God. We're going to stand before Jesus. There are going to be 3 of us there. I want you to think of a courtroom scene. There's Jesus the judge. There's you, the defendant, with your nice little DVD. And standing just to the right of you is a guy named Satan, the devil. And what Satan's going to be saying to the judge, Jesus, is this guy, Terry belongs to me, here's proof. What do you think is going to happen to you?
Scary, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're going to go off with Satan.
Yeah.
That's not a good end.
No.
You don't want to do that, do you?
No.
Well, here's a little bit of hope. Under right circumstances, Jesus is going to say to Satan, get out of here. Take your DVD. Throw it away. Terry belongs to me. And then he's going to do a marvelous thing. In that picture, you're standing before Jesus as the judge. You're covered in filth. You can't get in. You smell. But then he does a wonderful thing. He says, take off Terry's clothes and put clean clothes on him. They're his clothes. You begin to look just like him. So that now when he takes you to meet his father, you can get in the house because you're dressed like he is. Would you like to know how to do that?
Yeah.
Would you like to know how to get rid of that DVD?
Yeah.
Would you like to know how to get those clean clothes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you'll hang around, I've got a few more questions and we'll talk about it.
All right, great.
Okay, thanks.
Great.